Hello and welcome to Trojan Talk. I'm your host, Aaron Taylor. My guests today are Dave Camwell and Ernest with the Jazz Ensemble here at Troy University. Thanks for joining me here today.
Pleasure to be here.
And we're talking a little bit of jazz, an opportunity for folks here to listen to the jazz ensembles here, but also have a special guest here to help out as well. But before we get into the special guest and the performance, kind of give us a little background, Dave, about the jazz ensembles and what they mean here at Troy University.
Sure, happy to. Troy University has had a long history of really excellent jazz ensembles, certainly from the time before I got here, and this is now in my second year. In my first year, we had just Jazz 1, and things went really pretty well, and so we've expanded now to 2 jazz ensembles. I lead the top group, and my colleague, Dr. Jason Solomon leads Jazz 2. And so we have a variety of events. Jazz 1 is particularly busy in touring and going to festivals and recruiting, but a lot of our public concerts, including the one that's tomorrow night, will feature both Jazz 2 and Jazz 1.
All right, and you talk about some competitions, a chance for you to brag a little bit because it's one of the top ensembles in the state, is that right?
So it's true, yeah. Last year we competed in the pretty prestigious Alabama Jazz Festival Hall of Fame. And we did that again. I suppose we defended our title, so to speak. Not that jazz should be about competition, and it's really not. But yeah, we were honored with that again for our recent performance there on Friday. And so it was just a great experience to be up in Birmingham and to be, performing at that level, which is what we strive to do.
And jazz, a lot of people may, I guess, mistakenly and probably wrongly assume it's an older person's music because it is, traditionally enjoyed by older individuals. But a young man like yourself, right, Ernest, is playing jazz and has the opportunity to be a part of this ensemble. How does it feel to be a part of this ensemble and be able to share your music?
Oh, it's an honor to represent our school and our community and just really put on a show and play some enjoyable, fun music. Yeah.
And you play, what instrument do you play?
I play the alto saxophone, lead alto in our big band. Mm-hmm.
So, and sax is a pretty important part of jazz music in general. So,
right.
So having that instrument that's kind of a focus of kind of jazz music has got to be kind of maybe a little bit of extra weight on your shoulders.
Right. The instrument has a long history, so it's fun though. It's a good time.
We're talking about a performance coming up. Tell us about the performance and the fact that you've got a special guest coming here with an opportunity to perform with the students here.
Yeah, so the concert is tomorrow night, and usually we have most of our public performances at the Claudia Crosby Theater in the music department. However, for a variety of reasons, we are actually going to be having the concert free and open to the public at the studio, which is just in downtown Troy. We're going to try that just opposite of the Johnson Center for the Performing Arts. And so it's going to start at 7 p.m. on Tuesday night, and again, it's free and open to the public. Jazz 2 will play, I believe, 3 or 4 songs to begin, and then Jazz 1 will play our set of about 6 or 7, and it's all very accessible music, high energy, really something for everybody. I would say definitely not music for just old people. We've got a bit of everything. I mean, jazz is such a catch-all term. Yeah. There's something for everyone. I promise you'll be tapping your toe. But yeah, you mentioned our guest artist. I'm incredibly excited to have Dr. Michael Schultz, who is a professor of saxophone and jazz studies at the University of Memphis, and he's actually in his first year there. Both of him and I got to know each other when we both lived in the Midwest and in another life. So I moved down here, and just last year he moved to Memphis, and I got to visit him and his campus in the fall. And so he's repaying the favor and playing with both Jazz 2 and Jazz 1, and also we'll be teaching some of our students while he's here and giving a master class as well. So excited about that.
Well, and having a guest artist kind of come in at the last minute, is that something that you can play around with jazz? Are you used to that kind of thing, having to make those adjustments? So.
It's spontaneous. It's fun. It's something new. Yeah, we get tired of hearing him play. So having great musicians come in, it's always an honor to play with.
And a chance to be able to play with someone different is obviously an exciting change of pace, right?
Yeah, it's a great learning experience too, just hearing different people and different perspectives, because that's really what jazz is all about, is this different language and different ideas, and learning a lot from it.
All right. Well, if anybody's interested in going, once again, give us a time and place and how they can listen.
Yeah, so the studio, which is just downtown Troy, just near the square. 7 p.m. is Jazz 2 will kick things off, and probably around 7:30 or so, Jazz 1. And we'll probably be wrapped up by about 8:30.
All right, an opportunity to listen to both jazz ensembles and a special guest. It sounds like a fun night, exciting night. I know the studio is a cool little venue to play in as well, so an opportunity for folks out there to listen to some jazz music played by Troy University students. I want to thank both of you for joining me here today. So.
Absolutely.
Thanks so much.
And thank you for joining us on today's edition of Trojan Talk.